It's very easy to understand what you're meant to be doing at what time. It is very structured, as in you're at university several months, and that's quite fun because it's kind of the easier bit, because you've got your friends and you've got to work hard, and there is some studying obviously to do in your own time, but it's quite clearly laid out with assignments, especially in the first term. They get you into assignments quite quickly, and there's a kind of pace that goes. And then suddenly you don't see your friends, you're on placement and you're working, and so you get two kind of experiences in 1 year, really. I think it's a good structure. You have definite parts where it's easier. I'm right in the middle of the worst part at the minute, the most hardest. So, and then you have a dissertation sort of at the end of the first year before the second, well, into the second year, and that's a massive challenge. I think most people enjoyed it, but my advice is start early and do something you're very interested in, and you'll get through it fine. The first year has more lectures, and we did have smaller seminar groups. The second year they have, because they want to get you talking, presenting your ideas, they have much more emphasis on seminar learning, which in some ways is harder because you don't come away with your notes, and you're learning by communicating with people and maybe picking up other ideas and learning how to deal with conflict as well, and difference of opinion with respecting the other person. So, and also reading quite a lot of in-depth articles in the year too. My dissertation, I was told by someone who'd done this course, for goodness sake, do something you're interested in, because by the end of it you will have had enough of whatever you choose, which is true. And I was interested in the spiritual side of people's welfare, and I linked that to older people and did quite an in-depth study on spirituality and older people in social work, which might sound a bit difficult to understand what that is, but actually, because you read articles and research that's been peer-reviewed, you do read very high quality work, and you can extract a lot of information from that, and it's a challenge. But I did get guidance quite a lot early on to make sure that was okay. But the variety of what people chose in dissertation is enormous, and that's one of the great things. You could see where everybody's interests lie, all very different sorts of things. I enjoyed it. You get a tutor and a fairly small tutorial group, who you meet very early on in the course, and then you can access that tutor as much as you like by email, or they'll meet with you, book a time. I would say you can get a lot of support if you need it, or I personally haven't chosen to have a lot, but I'm probably different, but it's there if you want it. And we also support each other a lot. The students, really good support network. I'm sure every year of students finds that. We learn a lot from each other, and we have, it's a big part of our learning, actually. I get the feeling that, I think they all do, but my tutor enjoys what he does, and enjoys seeing us grow. You kind of feel in the first year a little bit protected, and that's quite nice. In the second year, you're on your feet a bit more. But no, I think the tutors are very good and very helpful. I like them. That's good, isn't it? I do like them. They're very different. Most of the staff have been social workers, but not all. Some are sort of very involved in research, as well as maybe having been social workers. That's quite good. You get quite a range of sort of skills and learning and experience. It's a very friendly university. I found that even at interview, they weren't there to intimidate you. I don't think that's a particularly good thing to do to candidates. They were very encouraging, and I think everyone gets the support they need, but as a sort of mature student, postgrad, you do need to go and ask for it. It's not given to you. You have to find what suits you.